I want to talk to you about freeconferencecall.com, and we are talking about conference calling. So here is a synopsis I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about freeconferencecall.com, I want you to think about a free tool for businesses to host high-quality conference calls without having to spend a single penny. And this free service comes packed with advanced features that users will find on paid services at a much higher price. So that's really important. So business looking for features like call recording, VoIP calling, video conferencing, screen sharing, presentation tools, and a platform that can support a large group of people may be shocked to find that freeconference.com can deliver on all of the above. And much like more costly competitors, freeconferencecall.com offers some essential integrations with third-party services like Outlook. You have Google Calendar, you have Slack, and you have Dropbox. And this is kind of cool. And while collaborating, users can use the drawing tool to mark the screen and share their input easily. So that's kind of cool in terms of collaborative functionality. And we also love the fact that you have a free conference call.com allows users to break out into smaller meeting rooms for a more personal connection. If you want to have that, that's totally fine. So when it comes to a free conference calling services, it simply doesn't get better than freeconferencecall.com. You can host unlimited teleconferences or video conferences with up to 1,000 participants without paying a single dime. Okay, that's kind of important to pay attention to. Now, I'll talk about the cost later on, but there are other ways that freeconferencecall.com is monetizing its platform. The platform, to speak about the platform itself, it's pretty relatively easy to use. So when you sign up for a free account, you will receive a dial-in number, an access code for teleconferencing services. There is no wait. You can start hosting conferences around the clock immediately. So that's kind of cool in terms of the functionality. Teleconference from a landline using phone keypad commands or through a mobile device using the mobile app for Android or iOS, or via voice over internet protocol using a desktop or a mobile app. So you have, in addition to flexibility, you have functionality there. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. I want to talk to you about the evaluation. So let's talk about the pros and cons of freeconferencecall.com and see what really is behind this tool and whether it's worth it for you in the end. So first, the pros. So you have a free service with no ads. That's kind of important. No ads at all. No ads are placed. So when you use the tool, there is no problem. Okay, and freeconferencecall.com has actually codified its tool to make sure that you don't have ads at all, and you have affordable ad zone available. So that's the one reason. That's one way freeconferencecall.com is making money. They have add-ons. You have advanced feature offering. You have a very user-friendly interface. We love the fact that you have a very user-friendly interface for a free tool. You are able to invite participants using access codes. So we are talking about you having a very systematic way to have your conference call. And we are speaking about, I said this to you before, you have up to 1,000 participants for both audio and video conference calls. And there are no time limits on meetings, so that you can talk like as much as you want. You have a limited number of meetings and no charge for user reports. So reporting, if reporting is important for you, you will love freeconferencecall.com because there is no charge at all. So this is actually a non-exhaustive list of all the pros you can have with freeconferencecall.com. And then you also have the cons. The thing is that the app design is dated and clunky. I mean, you can see that they haven't actually revamped the UX for a while now. The customer support center is lacking. I mean, that's totally fine. I mean, when you're talking about a free service, don't expect more than that, okay? And you only have 1 GB storage offered. Free accounts miss out on key security features, and if security is kind of important to you, and it should be, then you might want to go for a paid service. And freeconferencecall.com limits how many participants can share a video. the software download is required. So there's a software download that you got to have. You do have occasional dropped calls in some cases, especially when the lines are saturated. You have initial login that's somewhat difficult for new users. So it is what it is. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about freeconferencecall.com. I want to talk to you now about the features and utilities you can avail yourself of within freeconferencecall.com. Now, teleconference logistics can be a real challenge, especially when you have up to 100 web video participants, as enabled by freeconferencecall.com, right? Fortunately, the platform comes with plenty of features to make things a lot easier. Among them, you have a moderator control. So the moderator controls are kind of cool because they allow you to actually to put a layer of control and filtering when a conference call is going on. With this, for instance, you can mute all participants except one for listen-only presentations, or select a particular screen share to be pinned for all attendees. Another helpful freeconferencecall.com utility is text chat. So this is really cool. So during meetings, participants can use this to avoid interrupting a speaker or a presentation when they need to ask for further details or query something. And messages can often be addressed to individual participants to minimize distractions. And what about the setup here? Well, when conducting your when you set up your freeconferencecall.com account, we love the fact that things go a lot easier. It takes less than 10 seconds to create an account. Just add an email address and password, and you'll be ready to make your first conference call. And once your account is open, you'll be presented with a choice to start a call immediately, or schedule one for a later time. And the meetings open more or less instantly, depending on the quality of your connection. And you can invite participants by sharing a link or else a phone number and access code. So you have the capability there. And in terms of the interface and performance, well, you can access freeconferencecall.com online video chats via your browser or through mobile apps on devices running iOS and Android. So it really depends upon what you want, right? You choose the option that works for you. And whichever way you choose to use the platform, you will get access to a nicely designed chat interface that makes it easy to manage your meeting. And with a browser version of this platform, for instance, controls automatically hide to let you focus on the video or screenshots shared by other participants. And when you move your cursor, a central menu appears at the top of the screen, which you can use to pause your microphone and camera streaming or start a screen share. So that's kind of cool. So long story short, when you think about freeconferencecall.com, you have flexibility there. I want to talk to you now about security. What we love about freeconferencecall.com is that you're not going around in circle with that tool. You have a pretty straightforward platform, a pretty secure platform. And the cool thing is that you are able to keep the contents of your calls secure by giving you having actually an access code that you can distribute to participants. You can change this and your moderator pin frequently to protect the security of your account. And that's really cool, right? What does that really mean? Because the thing is, when we talk about freeconferencecall.com, you have to really understand that security and safety are sort of preeminent. Extra security is available with the upgraded freeconferencecall.com accounts, as paid customers get one-time access codes and the ability to lock meetings once all participants have joined. And although freeconferencecall.com's servers are not HIPAA compliant, teleconferences made with this platform should actually stay private thanks to protocols like SRTP and HTTPS, which are used to encrypt chat information overall. So you have the possibility there. What about support? Well, if you experience technical problems with your freeconferencecall.com account or are not really sure how to use a particular feature, most questions can be answered through an in-depth knowledge base, which is really packed with handy guides and walkthroughs So that's really cool. And for any questions not answered in the freeconferencecall.com knowledge base, if you have a free account, you can open a support ticket, which will be responded to within 24 to 48 hours. Now, paid subscribers can also phone or chat live with customer support agent, so you have the flexibility there. Plus, I want to quickly talk to you about. I want to remind you to this topic. We are having a conversation about freeconferencecall.com. Let me talk to you about the cost here. So even though the name says a freeconferencecall.com, you do have add-ons. I mean, the service itself is free, that's for sure. You have many features packed in there, but there are add-ons that as a business you can choose if needed. So the free plan includes video conferencing, voice over IP, support for 1,000 participants, call recording, 1 gigabyte storage, screen sharing. You have drawing tools, chat, web controls, and much more. So again, you have the whole 9 years there, right? And this is really good. Now, there is actually add-on. So you have one number, toll-free number, custom greeting, central hold music, and extra storage. So one number, for instance, this actually $395 per month add-on provides a dedicated number for a conference calling and can help present a more professional appearance. So if you care about how your organization looks or sort of appears, you might want to think about having one number in your account, right? And you also have a toll-free number. And so if you are a business that need a toll-free number, you can pay 3.9 cents per minute per person. And you also have a custom greeting. That's another add-on. So users can add a custom greeting instead of the generic freeconferencecall.com greeting for $2 per month. So if you want to get rid of the generic freeconferencecall.com greeting, you just get ready to pay $2 per month. You also have custom hold music. So for $2 per month, you can choose the hold music that suits your company best, especially when it comes to branding. That really can be important, right? You also have extra storage. So if you are a user who feel 1 gigabyte of storage is not enough, you have up to 40 gigabytes that you can add starting at $3 per month. That's kind of cool. So you have that's actually the list of add-ons. And now if you want more than that, you are able to call freeconferencecall.com and really have a talk with them about your specific needs. So that's kind of cool. I want to talk to you now about the target audience. So when you think about freeconferencecall.com, you are actually you look at a platform that caters to businesses that want to cut back on their telecommunications budget. So we're talking about affordability there, but we also talk about efficiency. We're talking about scalability too, because think about it. Freeconferencecall.com allows you to host up to 1,000 video participants. That's really good. You are able to access a Switch presenter, remote control, and drawing tools. You can record audio-visual presentations for a live broadcast, and you can also chat privately with all participants. And we're talking about 1,000 participants. That's kind of a consequential. So that's really cool. Okay, and what we love about this tool is that if you want to actually go beyond what you want, you can actually you can also expand the set of functionalities here. Now, who should really use it? Because we are speaking about target audience, right? So whether you are looking for a free audio conference calling services, or let's say a free video conference solution, you simply won't find a more reliable, feature-rich solution than freeconferencecall.com. Because when you think about all the capabilities, you think about all the functionalities, you think about all the features, you can't really you can't find better. But long story short, of course, I told you that you have some add-ons that you can pay for. But yeah, those are actually great if you want to really want to polish your brand, or you want to appear more professional. But one thing for sure is that you can say, you know what, you can change your mind and say, you know what, I'm gonna keep the functionalities as they come. Like I will keep the factory settings, And if you keep the factory settings, you're not really paying anything to freeconferencecall.com. So that's kind of cool to actually keep in mind to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to use the things the way that they are right now. But the cool thing is that with freeconferencecall.com, you have a free conferencing tool for live. We are talking about audio conferencing. We are speaking about video conferencing. We are speaking about screen sharing. We are speaking about recordings. And we are speaking about global access. So when you think about it, it's totally worth it. And talking now about worth it, the question is, what is our verdict here? Is freeconferencecall.com really worth it? Definitely yes. Definitely yes. I mean, the cool thing is that you really don't have to pay anything at all. And we love this part a lot because it only takes 10 seconds to register for a freeconferencecall.com account and begin your first confidence call. Besides convenience, this teleconference tool stands out for its useful chat, management controls, and alternative communication features, which really include a virtual blackboard and a hand-raising system. So that's kind of cool because when we talk about up to 1,000 participants, if you don't have a hand-raising system, you are going to have a pretty chaotic sort of meeting, okay? So what is our verdict here? Our verdict is pretty clear. You know, there's a lot going on for freeconferencecall.com. For any organization that wants to host a teleconference with hundreds of audio attendees and dozens of video participants, freeconferencecall.com is an affordable and easy-to-use solution. It takes virtually no time at all to get started with freeconferencecall.com. And once you have opened an account, you have a very intuitive interface. You have a set of moderator controls, and you also have easy-to-share access codes that will make it quick and easy for the rest of your team to migrate to the platform. So that's kind of cool. Now, freeconferencecall.com is fantastic, but the tool is not perfect, right? It is a free tool, so it's not going to be perfect. Even paid tools are not perfect. So there are two major competitors that really are kicking ass also. You have JoinMe, and you also have Zoom. So for regularly held conference calls, JoinMe has a slightly more advanced scheduling tool than freeconferencecall.com. And JoinMe users also get handy cloud storage where essential files can be kept. So that's kind of cool in terms of safety, but also in terms of archiving. However, JoinMe does like a free plan to actually compete with unpaid freeconferencecall.com accounts. Zoom, on the other hand, has a noticeable edge on freeconferencecall.com when it comes to video quality. It also gives up to 100 participants access to video call streams, although group meeting time is limited to 40 minutes for free plans and 24 hours for the lowest plan. So, but it is still worth it anyway. If you are looking for scalability, Zoom tends to be the safest bet at this point in time. But cool thing is that freeconferencecall.com is still kicking ass and really increasing its number of very positive features all the time. So that's really good. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let's quickly recap to this conversation. So I spoke to you about freeconferencecall.com. This was a review, and I gave you the synopsis, the evaluation, the features, the cost, the target audience, whether it was worth it, and the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.